Have you ever felt a shiver in a warm room? A sudden, unexplainable sense that something is wrong, even when everything looks right. We tell ourselves it's nothing. We ignore the instinct. We want to believe in the beautiful lie. For Sarah, the lie was beautiful, and his name was Adam. It started on a day so ordinary it was almost forgettable. A Tuesday, maybe. The air smelled of rain and exhaust fumes. Just another tick of the clock. And then, there he was, Adam. He wasn't a lightning strike. He was quieter, softer, like the feeling of the sun on your skin after a long winter. The conversations were easy. He didn't just listen, he absorbed. His eyes didn't just look at her, they saw her. Sarah was used to being a ghost in her own life, a background character smiling on cue. But Adam saw the details, the way her breath would catch when she was nervous, the tiny muscle in her jaw that tensed when she said she was fine. He saw the cracks in her smile that no one else bothered to look for. He felt less like a new person and more like a missing piece of herself. For the first time, she didn't just feel safe. She felt seen. Truly, completely seen. And when you let someone see your soul, you also give them the map to break it. The first bars of the cage weren't made of iron. They were forged from care. Text me when you're home safe. I just worry. That friend doesn't get you. You deserve so much better. Each word was a soft, warm blanket. But slowly, she was being wrapped so tight she could no longer move. Her world, once a sprawling map, began to shrink, first to the size of her city, then her apartment, and finally to the size of him. Her friends' calls went unanswered, not because he forbade it, but because their world of laughter and light started to feel foreign, distant. He didn't have to lock the door. He just convinced her there was nothing good waiting for her on the other side. The silence of 3 a.m. is different. It's heavy. It's honest. Sarah woke up to it. The space next to her in bed was cold. The only thing breaking the darkness was a sliver of light from under the bathroom door, and a sound. A voice. His voice, but it was different. A low, clipped whisper. Not the warm, easy tone she knew. This was cold, clinical. She held her breath, straining to hear, but the words were just venomous murmurs. When he slid back into the room, his face was a calm, placid lake. "Who are you talking to?" He smiled, the warmth returning to his eyes instantly. "Just a late call for work, baby. Go back to sleep." And she did, because the lie was easier than the terrifying truth humming just beneath the floorboards. The end didn't arrive with a bang. It arrived with the gentle thud of a jacket falling off a chair. Something slid from the pocket. It wasn't his wallet. It wasn't his keys. It was a phone, sleek, black, and utterly alien. Her mind screamed, don't look, walk away and pretend you saw nothing. But her hands were already moving, shaking, cold. As she picked it up, she felt like she was holding a snake. The screen lit up. No password. It wasn't his messages. Dozens of them to dozens of women. A gallery of ghosts. Each one receiving the same lines. "You're different. I've never met anyone like you." She wasn't the love of his life. She was a script, a role, and he was just the actor, playing the same part night after night. But that wasn't the worst of it. The real horror was hidden deeper. A folder labeled simply Assets. Inside, she found herself in a document. Name, Sarah L. Vulnerabilities, emotionally dependent, history of family neglect, craves validation. Strategy, isolate from friends, use jealousy tactic, mirror insecurities as understanding, reinforce dependency through care. Status, fully compliant. It wasn't a relationship, it was a project. She wasn't a person, she was a target. Every moment she thought was magic was just a meticulously planned step in his playbook. The air left the room, the love, the warmth,
the safety, it all evaporated, revealing the cold, sterile lap it had been all along. That night, she didn't scream. She didn't throw the phone at his head. She didn't demand an answer. How do you confront a monster who doesn't even know he's a monster? A man who sees people as puzzles to be solved and then discarded. So she just left. She packed a single bag, walked out the door, and dissolved back into the night. She left him with his notes, his systems, and his perfect empty cage. Because she finally understood, you can't fix someone who isn't broken. He was working exactly as designed. The most dangerous predators don't hunt with teeth. They hunt with words, with validation. They learn the shape of your heart, just to find the easiest way to crush it.
If this story felt familiar, you're not alone. Like this video if it resonated with you, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the truth.